Welcome to Season 4, Sailing Adventures of SV Angelique of Vancouver. In 1994, we bought our tiny home at Coast 34 and dreamed of sailing around the world. After 25 years living full-time aboard our tiny home and the realization that it was later than we think, we decided to set sail for Mexico and the Caribbean. The last few seasons, our adventure has been cut short due to deaths of parents, both Mike and myself. And last year, the added trouble of COVID-19. After 11 months of lockdown in Nanaimo, we finally managed to get back to our home in Mazatlan. Well, we've made it to the boat. Well, at least to the dock. I'm still trying to walk down the dock here and dragging ukulele and the bag. Barney. Mike is way ahead of me. He's getting pissed off that I'm so slow. But she's warm. And we're sitting beside another Angelique. Angelique 2. It's across from us, and look at that. She is a green and white boat, same as us. Let's see, there she is. That's Angelique 2, that's not us. That boat is much bigger than us. And this is where we are. Our little beastie. Home again, home again. Jiggity jig. If I can get the friggin' bag to go. There we go. Whew. We made her. We made her. Back home again. And we were lucky because we got on the last flights out of Canada. The WestJet has canceled all their flights starting in February, so we were lucky. We got to Mazatlan before we couldn't get out of Canada again. Wow. Said she's looking pretty good. Tyler did a good job of washing her up for our return. Frigate birds are living on the pier, but they'll move out now that we're here. She's looking pretty good. Phew! We finally made it back to our boat in Mazatlan. There's a lot of work to do. Almost a year of dust has settled everywhere.
Inside the boat.
Inside the boat. The outside, she's not too bad because we had dockside services. Tyler, a nice Alberta boy, he came down every once a month and washed the boat. Had the bottom cleaned.
Opened her up a couple times a month.
Made sure all the systems were working. So in that respect, she's doing really good. But there is a ton of dust that has settled everywhere. So, first priorities. We got the fridge going, got some ice in it, got some milk in it.
And what'd you put in
and got beer.
Beer.
So tomorrow will be the first day of many, many days to come of just cleaning before we can even put away all the stuff that we have brought. Pan over here, please. So before we can put any of this stuff away,
these bags,
we have to clean down there all the dust that has settled down there.
Well, we're back in Mazatlan and we're going to enjoy sunsets and warm weather. It's actually, God, it's only like 24 degrees or something like that. It's just perfect.
We came from pouring, pissing rain to 24 degrees, which is really nice.
Yep. So we're quite happy. We're happy to be home. When it's a squares video.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm mixing our Clamato and Soul beers. Cheers.
Chin-chin. Food.
Shrimp Caesar.
Very, very tasty.
Veal and Mazatlan. We were too lazy to cook, plus we didn't have any food on the boat. Now that's pizza.
The cleaning goes on.
Yeah, we're almost out of the galley.
No,
almost.
not quite.
No, but we're getting close.
Getting close. But...
And it's... What? Well, it's only 10 o'clock.
It's only 10 o'clock. We'll be done the galley. You have to do the hanging locker back there.
Yes, and I have to do all the drawers yet.
And you have to do that equipment locker there.
Yeah, this and this.
Yeah.
And all the drawers and that.
Yeah.
And underneath there.
Yeah.
And underneath there.
Yeah.
And all these drawers.
And all these drawers.
And underneath there, and underneath there, and then the stove's going to come out.
The stove has to come out and in there and in the Rubik's. So today's job will be to clean the galley.
So we are, oop, you can't even really see anything because his big ass is in the way. But we've got the stove out and he's cleaning in behind, and he's going to be getting rid of the hose for the propane.
This is a propane
sniffer hose.
Which died.
Not the hose to the propane, but just to the sniffer for the stove, because it died 3 years ago, but and we didn't replace it, so we're just getting rid of the sniffer portion of it.
Yep.
And then we're going to clean in there because it's a mess.
Yep.
Oh, somebody's cleaning my stove.
Well, I'm the one that makes the mess on it, so I should clean it, right?
Well, that looks much better in there. That's our beastie. It's only 30 years old, that stove. Works great.
Still works.
Yeah.
It's a long way back in there. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way. Yeah, I am. Barely. Oh, I just kind of swiping it.
That's all our drawers.
Oh.
We're into the drawer cleaning phase. Mine aren't as deep, but it's still pretty deep in there. I haven't got to that bit yet. That bit's still a mess, but we'll get to it soon.
Okay.
In order for me to clean this hole, which is where our garbage is, this little bucket, I need to get in here. And the only way, because it's as deep as the whole locker, only way for me to get in there is to do this. Crawl in here, stand on the stairs, and lean all the way in order to clean it. Normally I make Mike do this because he's taller and he can reach in there without contorting himself, but he's currently up the mast, so it's my job. Mike had the nose picker up in the bilge, or up on the mast, and I just called him and he threw it down to me. So now I'm going to get at the nitty-gritty corners where dirt likes to stick. Hola, what would you like?
I actually need to go up for a sec. I forgot a couple of things on the spreader.
Roger that. I'll be right up.
While we were away, an osprey had moved into our masthead, leaving her uneaten fish and guano all over the mast and standing rigging. She would stand on the spinnaker crane and place her fish on the flat mast top. She was beautiful, but making a terrible mess. She even managed to cover the furlers and the backstay. It took me 2 days, but eventually all of her mess was cleaned off. To discourage her return, I installed the masthead light and Windex, hoping she wouldn't tear them off to remake her favorite nest. Fortunately, she moved on to another boat, which was their problem. Hee hee.
Take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby. So take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey. Come and groove along. Come on.
2 days of cleaning, abseiling up and down the standing rigging. Good thing I'm not afraid of heights.
Rolling on the highway, heating up. Wow! Come on, and groove along. Come on.
Astute viewers will notice that I only have one halyard attached, no safety halyard. That's because we've only run in one halyard. What I do for safety is I tie off every couple of feet with a separate line, which makes the job that much longer.
I said, babe, oh, honey.
Jackie also has the halyard belayed at the boom, so no chance of that getting loose.
Come and groove along. Come on.
Now that that's clean, this can go back in its hole. Ta-da! The next thing is all my pots and pans are out, and I'm cleaning down in there. There's a bit of rust because we have a flue for this hot water heater. Flue goes up and the duct fitting leaks a bit, so we get water. Normally it just congregates in my pots and pans and I clean those when I come back, but sometimes there's a little bit of extra water and there's a little bit of rust down here. So we're gonna clean and paint this locker. Once I get all the rest of the stuff out of there, I gotta get it cleaned.
So what strangeness is going on today? What strangeness is going on today?
I only just woke up and it was freezing in here. So we've turned the furnace on. Yay! We have heat.
Where are we?
We're in Mazatlan on our boat, and we arrived 2 days ago.
We're in Mazatlan.
Mazatlan.
And we have to have the furnace on.
Yes.
What the heck, man?
It is chilly in the morning. Chilly. So we have the furnace on, and we're just about ready to make breakfast. Making boiling water for coffee, and do some cereal and bananas in a minute. And then start the rest of our day. Oh, there's supposed to be a farmer's market this morning up at the square, so we might wander up there and have a look. But he's supposed to come early, 7 o'clock, so it's about 15 minutes from now. And then he's only there till 9. So
he leaves at 9 promptly.
Yeah, so we're gonna check her out. Thanks for watching this episode dedicated to my mom, who passed away on March 5th, 2020. This Return to Our Home episode is posted 1 year from her death, and she would be happy to know that we are continuing our adventures. My father passed away in 1988, so Mom joins him after 32 years.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button or the bell so that you can be notified of our next installment. After all, it's later than we think.